after work excursions away on the wedding, back into it, and as you quite rightly say just now, it wasn't a bad game of football. 0-0 gives us another point, and Andy tells me mathematically we're safe anyway, but which is great news.
Yeah, I mean that doesn't worry me. You know, we did the job a while ago. I think the main thing today was to make sure that we stopped the rot of three defeats.
Yep.
And to be fair, we haven't deserved those 3 defeats.
No.
But you know, that's the facts are we lost 3 in a row. So we stopped that. We kept a clean sheet. Yeah, I mean, for the considering conditions, it was windy. It was hard work from. Considering that's the second game for both teams in 3 days. We had a tough trip down to Whitstable on Saturday. They played, one of the league contenders on Saturday. So we both had hard shifts.
Yeah, definitely.
And I thought the fitness levels from both sides were excellent.
Yeah.
Both sides went for the win. Obviously, we've gone down to 10 men for the last 10 minutes or so, and they've pushed on, but. Ironically, we probably had the best chance in that last 10 minutes. With they've got a little bit scramble and it's at the bar and come out. But to be honest, I think it's a fair result. I think if there was any team going to win it, it would have been us personally.
Yeah. Yep.
They probably argue differently, but there was nothing in it. You know, they were 2 decent sides, and we knew how they're set up. I changed the way we played today. I changed the formation because I just wanted us to play 2 up top today. I wanted to be a bit more of a handful, and I think that worked. I thought the boys in the midfield, I thought Dane done particularly well, considering he's a wide player. He's not a centre mid park player, and he done well in there for us today. And up until he got sent off, I thought James Morris was excellent today.
So did I.
But he's let himself down, and I've talked to him about it, and he knows that. He's got to make sure in that when there's a bit of a when there's balls going in there and him and Moran are having a little bit of a niggle against each other, he's got to stand up and be counted and not get involved, and he's just made a rash challenge there, and the referee's quite rightly sent him off. I don't disagree with the referee. Him and Moran have had a decent game all day.
Yeah, they have. Yeah.
As I say, both teams I thought did well, and it probably a fair result at the end of the day.
Yeah. Battling side as they always will be, Ramsgate, and I think it actually underlines your point you made to me the other week when you were talking about a settled side. Now they're fortunate 2 or 3 years, and they've kept a fairly settled side, which is now something that we need to do. Yeah,
definitely. I mean, I thought we do need to do that, but we are still in transition. I know people say, "Oh, you've been there for 6 months now." We've got players in, and we've got a settled squad, but we haven't had a lot of time on the training pitch. We do train every week, but we don't get a lot of time to work on things. We need to get to pre-season. We've always said that. It's hard for any manager to come in mid-season, as any manager will tell you. There's some players we want to keep here, and there'll be players that go, and there'll be new ones that come in. That's the merry-go-round of Kent football. But we've done okay, and we've got a point today. It's disappointing. We wanted 4 points out the weekend. We've got 1. That's disappointing. But we've lost 1-0, we drew 0-0. Perhaps a bit of luck Saturday and we win the game. And I think today, we perhaps didn't create enough around when we got round their box. But thought back four second half fantastic. Thought they were really solid.
Very good.
Didn't give Pulley a kick today, and he's at his most dangerous when he's not getting the ball.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Because he'll just pop up out of nowhere, and he just made a couple of darting runs that he might have got in behind, but Lawrence and Cumbers, snuffed them out, and I was pleased.
It was good.
We'll take the point.
And Kingy again, pretty solid.
He hasn't got the do, has he?
No, he hasn't. There was one little nervy moment when him and Lawrence got tangled up. And,
but
I wasn't
sure what he was doing. That far,
me neither.
That's he makes his decisions quite quickly most of the time, and he's not had a lot to do today. And everything he has done, he's done well.
Yeah, he's good. Now I don't want to make too much of it, but of course we've got a game coming up the weekend against Faversham. You must be looking forward to that.
Well, it's just another game. And people are going to make a bit of it because the circumstances I left, and I had 3.5 good years there, and there'll be a few things said in a week, I'm sure. But as far as I'm concerned,
it's another game.
I'm Whitstable Town manager, and I'm just looking forward to the game to go and try and get 3 points.
Sure.
So that's all to be interested in.
Yeah. I think at the end of the day, James Beecroft got man of the match. Work rate was good, but I'll go along with what you said earlier on about James Morris. I thought James worked really hard. Yeah,
I think Jake's one of those players. He's come in, he's done well for us, and when he gets hold of the ball, he's got so much quality, and today's just his touch sometimes is just fantastic, and I can see the argument of why he got man of the match. I think James Morris would have probably got it had he not got the red card.
Absolutely.
But you know, that's he'll learn from that, and hopefully, and you know, we'll kick on again. But I was pleased with Jake today. 3
games left now, and it's almost like 3 or 4 weeks ago we both said we wish the season was just starting, because we were on a great run of form. You had a settled side, no injuries, and to be honest, when you first took over, blimey, you couldn't pick a full side, could you?
No, that's right, and it's good at the moment. You know, we've got good players, and you know, players are coming and done well for us, and you know, Gary Mickelby coming back to the club gives us a little bit of dimension up top. You know, we're settled as far as we are for the rest of the season. You know, we've worked hard, but there's plenty more to come from us. But I think it will come next season rather than this now. We've got 9 points to play for. We've got a target in there of how many points we want out of the last 9. We can't let the season fizzle out. You know, I mean, okay, we lost 3 on the spin, but I think if you look at the stats, I think we ended up losing 4 in 14 or something like that, or 4 in 13, which is good. Which is good considering where we've had to come from. You know, we were safe a long time ago, but as I said to you, I've never heard about that.
No, good. Well, thanks very much for today, and good luck on Saturday.
Cheers.